I am here to proclaim peace.
The Pope just completed his visit to Cameroon and is continuing to other African countries. But the big question is, why Cameroon out of 54 African countries? Why Cameroon? And did Cameroonians actually need it? Now that he has come and gone, what is new? What has changed? We will explore that in this episode. This is a report and I'm your Enongene Doris. But before getting to the video, make sure to like and subscribe to the Next Generation Media channel so you don't get to miss out on our subsequent videos. The Pope, after his visit to Algeria, came to Cameroon, arriving on the 15th of April at the Yaoundé-Smalen airport, where he was welcomed by the Prime Minister, Joseph Dion-Gouté. The two had a brief meeting and then moved on to his first stop, which was at the presidency, where he had a private meeting with the President of the Republic, His Excellency President Pope Leo. He then addressed the authorities, the civil society, and the diplomatic corps of the country. His next visit was to the Gul Zumba orphanage, where he was welcomed by the children and the staff, and later on he had a private meeting with the Cameroonian bishops at the headquarters of the Episcopal Conference. On the 16th of April, the Pope went to Bamenda, one of the most affected cities in the ongoing Anglophone crisis that has been going on for almost 10 years. There, a meeting for peace was held in the Cathedral of St. Joseph, which serves as a seat for the Archdiocese of Bamenda.
Most Holy Father, you have come to visit us at a time when the people of this ecclesiastical province, corresponding to the civil territorial circumscription of the northwest and southwest regions of Cameroon, need your presence and your comfort most. We have seen a lot of suffering. For the past 8 years, many of our people have suffered a lot from a situation they did not create. Thousands are either internally displaced or escaped as refugees. Businesses were shut down, and for about 4 years, our children were not allowed to go to school. Children were used as a political bait. Many priests, religious, and bishops of this province have either been harassed, beaten, kidnapped, or even killed.
During the peace meeting, there were testimonies of the Supreme Traditional Chief of Mancon, Chief Von Fru Asa Angwa IV, the Emeritus Moderator of the Presbyterian Church, Reverend Fonki Samuel Foba. Also, we had the Imam of the Central Mosque of Boya, Alhaji Mohammed Abubakar. We also had the consecrated religious Sister Karin Tangari Mangu of the St. Anne, and a family of internally displaced persons, Denis Salo, his wife, and their 3 children. The Pope made some truly thought-provoking statements that emphasized on peace and the need for unity, calling on religious and traditional leaders to put in efforts to living together in peace.
I am here to proclaim peace. Yet I find it is you who are proclaiming peace to me and to the entire world. As one of you observed, the crisis impacting these regions of Cameroon has brought Christian and Muslim communities closer than ever before.
He also called out the shameful behavior of those who use religion for political and military gain. He also addressed how these masters of war pretend not to acknowledge that it only takes a moment to destroy, yet often a lifetime is not enough to rebuild.
The world is being ravaged by a handful of tyrants. The masters of war pretend not to know that it takes only a moment to destroy. Yet often, a lifetime is often not enough to rebuild.
In essence, he and the leaders present had a dialogue I believe is long overdue, in a manner that best establishes an environment for action towards peace. There was also the very greatly attended Mass held in Bamenda, which the Pope presided on. It was a communion service having in attendance not just Catholics, but religious leaders from other denominations in the church. The whole atmosphere was truly wholesome and filled with so much joy. On the third day of his visit, he was in the economic capital of Cameroon, that is Douala, where he held his largest mass yet with an estimated attendance of over 120,000 people at the Japoma Stadium. Before his arrival, many people had spent hours in waiting so as to get an early spot for the mass. Saturday the 18th, he waved the people of Cameroon goodbye and moved on to Angola for the third country visit in Africa. Now, with all that has been said and done, it is no doubt that his visit has such a positive impact on the hearts of Cameroonians all over the country. Regardless of whether they are Anglophones or Francophones, regardless of which religion or tribe they hail from, the message of the Pope was peace for all and by all. That as Cameroonians, we should remember that peace is part of our motto and an essential ingredient to our growth. To be honest, I was very surprised and well pleased by the outcome of his visit. To have these political and religious leaders who sometimes don't see eye to eye sit down together in one room and speak on ways to foster peace in Cameroon is something many didn't see coming, but I bet all were very pleased with. And I'm a stern believer in the power of a good, meaningful dialogue.
We hope with the visit of the Holy Father that there is a rebirth of a process for dialogue and negotiation to bring this conflict to an end. That's what our people deserve.
But in all this, what his visit has done is plant a seed in the hearts of Cameroonians that is thirsty for peace. But I believe at this point, the ball is back in the courts of the religious and political leaders to take the message of peace from the meeting rooms down to the streets. This, I think, has given every Cameroonian high hopes that can mark the beginning of us having this atmosphere of peace that we haven't had in such a long time in Cameroon.
My wish is that the crisis should stop completely and we should go back to how we were before.
I want to say the gunshot stop because I want to say the peace day Cameroon.
The highest thing we need is peace. We need restoration from everything that is happening. We have suffered a lot.
Because despite the fact that a lot has been said in all the meetings with the religious leaders, the political leaders, if no action is taken in order to bring this peace that has been, launched into the nation, then the visit is going to be in vain. That's all for the video, guys. What do you think about the Pope's visit to Cameroon? Drop your comments down in the comment section below. And before I go, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And also, talking about the topic of peace and restoration to Cameroon, we have this amazing song that was released by Wanshe titled Fola, featuring artists like Magasco, Vinora, and Connect Grace. And I believe at this moment in time, with this topic we're talking about peace and restoration and healing back to the Anglophone regions of the country, this song is what we need. So go check that out. Fola by Wanshe featuring Magasco, Connect Grace, and Vinora. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, guys. Bye, guys.
Back off of Baminda.